does it do?
Like my chores. I just leave and I come back and they're all done.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're having a great evening. And so today, wanted to tell y'all the news that the Neo robot is now available for purchase. Very interesting. It's only $20,000, right? So it seems like these robots are already coming down in the price range that makes it very cost effective to replace a human. And so we're already getting to that stage, guys. This is a very dexterous robot. I think it's one of the most dexterous ones I've ever seen up to this point. I like how it's clothed, it's fully clothed, it has a more humanoid appeal to it. Now, this is a very interesting situation with this Neo robot in that it has full autonomous mode, right, where it can do the basic functions like you probably imagine: take out the trash, answer the door, bring your drink from the kitchen, so on, etc. But they're also going to be using teleoperators, right? And I can just think of so many applications with teleoperators with these robots. But what's going to happen with that is they're going to be able to collect data within your physical environment where they can even make Neo even more well improved. So I would factor out a few years with this robot, it will be synced perfectly to your home. Now, of course, again, yes, it will be able to do very basic tasks like some of you are seeing in this video, but very highly complex things. I think that that's what the necessity of the teleoperator is going to be for. So it's only $20,000 for the robot, and they have a $499 per month payment plan, right? So imagine that's already going to be cheaper than your housekeeper, right? And remember, this thing can basically work 24 hours a day pretty much. But the applications of teleoperators, I was looking at the comment section. I saw some people bring up something very interesting. They said that, hey, if you can teleoperate dexterous robots like this, right? Do you even need soldiers anymore? Wouldn't it be cheaper to teleoperate robots or big company of teleoperated robots to go into dangerous areas and such? And you just got to think the military has to be thinking that that'll make more sense, especially with ground assaults, right? But I guess a human soldier would still be cheaper at this point. Is it me or is his movements just amazing? I think the movement is amazing. Tesla bots they seem a great deal more clunky, right? So this Neo robot is definitely ahead of the game with the price, because I would expect a robot like this to be like the Unitree, like the best version of Unitree got. It can get as low as $16,000, but I think I saw an episode of Kai Cenat where he purchased one for like $90,000. Right, and I don't think it was moving or doing as good as Neo at all.
This all started a decade ago, working really hard on making what is Neo a reality. But to me personally, this started when I was like 10 years old. I grew up reading these beautiful books and watching these beautiful sci-fi movies where the future was all about how we as humans, we really focus on the things that matter to us. You know, Rosie the robot, would be ensuring family had time, or data would help humanity explore the galaxy. And I really hope that when you get your Neo now, we can help give you back some of that time, so you can really spend it on what you feel is very meaningful to you.
Hey guys, did you know?
Come on with the ads, YouTube.
It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
Yeah, I really like the fabric of the robot and things like that. I think that's pretty cool. And let's switch over to autonomous mode because it's a lot this robot can do. Looks like. So like.
We built the chores feature to give you your time back. You give your Neo a list of chores, you schedule a time that you want them done, so that you can focus on what matters to you while your Neo does the rest. You can schedule chores by either talking to your Neo or using the app. The way it works is you schedule a time that works best for you, and then you create a list of chores. Whether it's something more specific, like watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house, your Neo will get it done at the scheduled time.
Yeah, so there goes the housekeeper right there, right there. But now, I would imagine there's so many applications with Neo at this point, especially the more he does these tasks over and over again, like at various businesses and such. So, as we've been saying, guys, the jobs are pretty much, dead now. Unless you're going to be doing a highly technically skilled job, and even many of those jobs are going to be a problem because they're going to require a speed processing, which the robots are going to be able to do, especially with these language models. And they're combining language models with the Neo robot. That's going to just make things just so much more difficult on the human worker.
Any chores that your Neo hasn't learned how to do autonomously.
I can't seem to find my glasses. Is this paprika?
No, that's cayenne pepper. Also, your glasses are on your shirt.
Could I use this in my chili?
They're both made from chili peppers, and you could put cayenne in your chili, but it is much spicier. Neo is a speech-enabled AI companion made for any kind of conversation. Where other AI assistants...
See, and that's the other thing, right? Especially when you're dealing with the elderly people, the nursing home crisis, like, how you're going to be able to support and take care of elderly people. Imagine these robots are going to be not only their companions, right? That's going to be great for them, but it's going to be able to help them with everything they need to do and so on. And whereas in my mindset, I'm thinking that this is would have been a lot further down the road, having these things in your house. They're going to be doing this stuff at this level in 2026, right? So, like I said, I'm thinking about getting one of these things because, they're $20,000, only $499, per month. This is what people are paying for ATVs and things now. And you can have a robot that's probably going to be able to do many of the jobs that you hire a full-time employee to do.
Are confined to your phone or computer, Neo lives with you in your physical space and has the ability to see, hear, and remember things about your surrounding environment to provide you with uniquely helpful assistance. For example, it can suggest what to cook based on what you have in the fridge, remember your progress while teaching you a new language, and even give you interior design advice. The gestures and the light rings...
There you go, guys. That's like pretty much the idea of the singularity right there that we were talking about, right? Because you're talking about a very intelligent robot who can do all these things. What human do you know can tell you, everything, all human knowledge contained in it, tell you how to cook a great meal and such, and so on. So, it's a lot going on here.
Express Neo's intentions. Its audio intelligence can also pick up on whether you are addressing it or someone else in the room to decide if it should respond or not. As you might expect from a home robot, Talking to Neo with natural language is the primary user interface for all of Neo's functionality, including autonomy.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address?
And that's another thing someone was saying. I think I picked it up in the comment section as well, but they were saying that, like, for a lot of people who say, these robots are like parlor tricks, puppets, and, they can't really do, much of the things that we fear that they'll be able to do and take human jobs and replace humans altogether. But somebody made a very interesting point. These robots that are on the market, we got to realize that technology-wise, that there are robots that are probably 20, 30 years ahead of these robots, right? Probably software and robots that are built that we haven't seen yet. And if we're getting this technology, you best believe that the military, the government has robot technology 20, 30 years ahead. And what always happens with tactical, it goes from tactical to practical. As I say, military developments, much like the internet, they end up with us full scale, right? So as to say, these robots that you're seeing, as impressive as they are, we got to scale it up and know that they're some decades ahead, and we're going to probably get that technology sooner than later at the pace and at the speed it's moving.
Neo comes with Redwood AI, enabling it to do basic household tasks autonomously.
Yeah. No, for sure. Okay, 1 sec. All right. Yeah. Hey, Neo! Can you get the door, please?
Neo's autonomy works by taking requests like,
Hey, Neo, can you take this cup to the sink for me?
and breaking it down into simple steps, such as walking to the person, grabbing the cup, and then walking the cup to the kitchen, and then putting it away. Neo's autonomy improves with diverse data and real-world experience. As Neo does more chores, you'll receive updates to your Redwood model that increase the complexity of tasks that Neo can handle, such as finding your keys and wallet, or doing a full laundry cycle end-to-end. Eventually, Neo will become fully autonomous, capable of helping you with anything around the house.
The Neo you get today will only get better, and as we keep shipping features, it'll be more and more useful in your everyday life. Now, the journey there is not going to be perfect, and we're not going to pretend it's going to be. But as someone who lives with Neo every day, there is no experience quite as magical. So today, we're excited to invite you in on this journey. We believe that the future will be shaped not just by us, but by all of you who believe in this as deeply as we do. Now, if this is you, pre-order your Neo today at one.
And there it is, $20,000 and $499 per month, right? Or and they got like colors, beige, like a blue or black. I don't know what color I would want. Maybe a black. I don't know. I'm not crazy about the eyes though. I guess that's how he sees. I would have preferred something like a visor, like a big, like one of those big visors, like those Tron visors or something like that. I think that would look a great deal cooler. And he could have still put the eyes behind that. So I wish they would have did that, but I don't know. Maybe they just wanted something less scary looking, in your house and such, something a little bit more friendly looking. But it looks good. I like this, but the future, it seems to be here. Guys, remember, you can order this today. They'll be rolling it out in 2026. I need to see if they got affiliate links. I need to be trying to sell some of these things, but I am quite impressed with what we've seen so far. And as I had been saying earlier, the more I'm sure that the more you have it repeat certain tasks and actually do certain things around the house, that time is building up with you, over the years. It's perfecting these things. So after a while, you're not going to have to worry about it, anything, right? It's going to probably be moving. Again, people complain about the speed of this thing, but I think they forget that this thing doesn't tire out. So where you're being freed up from other tasks and labor as such, this thing could be all day cleaning up your living room, cleaning up your bedrooms and such, and watering the plants, doing yard work, gardening and such. And so it really is truly become this futurist civilization where we may not have any labor to do at all, right? I can't really see any jobs at this point that humans are going to really be needed for. And so we're going to definitely have to push the panic button a little bit. And I don't think it's even about fear tactics anymore. I think it's now just come down to common sense that unless you're an Einstein-like person, which we can all be, unless you're writing computer, you're some kind of supercomputer programmer or you're some kind of visionary creative genius, there's not going to be much things that you can do that are going to be above the level of robots like this. And this is early, right? This is seemingly very early for what this robot can do now. A decade from now, which isn't a very long time, you can only imagine what it'll be like. But that's all I want to say in this video. Tell me all what you all think. Are you going to go out and order your Neo robot today? Let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to share these videos, like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our social network, right, that we created. That idea is to help you in case a robot does take your job one day. We believe that we're going to exist in this environment where people are going to play games all day. They're going to be doing social media all day, and they're going to own these networks and platforms and such, and they're going to receive a tech check or a data-driven check. So if things like that interest you, you should join our project, which is experimenting with those type things. And especially if you're on the line of one of these jobs that are being threatened. And again, unless you're going to, become a highly technical individual, then you're definitely going to want to have to prepare for this amazing yet scary future. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.